Can anyone tell me if this is broadcasting my voice? I've just got a message to say that there's no sound on stream. So could somebody let me know on the gaming chat? Bossy Gaming just let me know that I've got sound in the game but no sound on stream. Aha, right, we've got it. So you guys have just missed all of my commentary for qualifying, which was, let's be honest, it would have been legendary. So apologies for that. I shall try and catch up in the race. I've just got another message saying that I've got to update some settings. I did get a message to say that my voice is working on stream, but if somebody could just confirm that for me, that would be great. As much as I love the sound of my own voice, I don't want to sit here for half an hour talking to myself. Be no different than any other Friday night, to be honest with you. So here we go, formation lap. And I don't know, but I definitely think this is Bossy Gaming's first pole of this season. But I don't want to say it's his first pole because I just don't know if that's factual. So we've got Bossy Gaming number 1, Energy Dan number 2. We've got Alex Haug and Preb 3 and 4. Soguero 5, Mr. DFS Mobes at 6. EKG MCFC 2020 at 7. Night Creed 8th. SFR Doran. Come on, mate, what's going on? BTL Wakey Joe, that's Doran 9th, BT Wakey Joe 10th, Readouts 11th, Brass Monkeys 12th, and Smooth Operator in the final position. So let's probably stay on board with number 3, and then we'll get a bit of a view of everything. Oh, Jesus. Alex nearly went into the back of Energy Dan there. That wouldn't be the first time I've seen that or done it. So we're just lining up. Let's have a look how far the back are off. The fronts. No, this bunch all know what they're doing. And nobody's hanging around at the back. So here we go. Round 4 Hungary. And let's see what we can see. So we've got 5 lights. 2, 1, and away we go. Looks like a good start from Energy Dan there. Looks like he's right on the back. And we go into the first corner. Oh, and we nearly got a little bit of avoiding action there by Doran, but everyone looks like they're through. Certainly does. No accidents. So this is all good. And we've got a bit of action at the back here. We've got Smooth Operator looking to get Brass Monkeys. He's already moved up a place. Everyone's staying fairly tidy. Can't win a race on the first lap is what they say. But Bossy Gaming is leading out front. Always at this stage, it's always oh, I think that might have been his foot. A little bit of an off there. I think he got away with it. This phase of the race is always the nerves just start to settle about the end of lap 1, maybe lap 2 when you're out in the lead, especially if it's maybe the first time. Which I'm not saying it is for Bossy Gaming. I'm just saying if it is, then his nerves will be just starting to settle now. He's got his first lap out the way. We've got Energy Dan number 2 is 4/10, so DRS will be enabled, and then things will start to get a little bit spicy, I'd imagine. We've got Preb just fallen off the back of Alex Haug there. I wonder if that's a bit of team play. These OWR boys do like to work together, so that could be a little bit of a strategic move there to back the pack up. And we've got Salguero. He is... Everyone, let's be honest, apart from Nightcreed, is within DRS. So, yeah, it looks like it could get spicy. On the next lap, we'll just ride on board with what looks to be the closest battle, which is Energy Dan. He's all over the back of Bossy Gaming. Oh, and he's just got away with that. It's very easy to overdrive the car at this point, as you can see. Bossy Gaming going off the track there. But Energy Dan all over the back of him here, so he's going to have to save up his... See what his ERS is like. I can't see it. Let's see if he's going to get the move done. I think this is going to be an easy one. As Energy Dan takes Bossy Gaming for number 1. But Bossy Gaming, if he can tidy this corner up, we'll get another shot at him here. But Alex Haug's all over the back of Bossy, and Bossy has unfortunately gone wide there, and Alex Haug... Oh, no, there's a fight back. Bossy Gaming, no, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. Good bit of good scrap there. Good bit of work from both drivers, Alex Haug and Bossy Gaming. But Bossy Gaming now 2 places back after 1 lap. That's going to be frustrating. But best thing now is just to keep your head together. Just don't worry about it. Just pick your braking points, pick your acceleration points. Like, really try and clean it up. You will find that time. If you start overdriving the car now, braking late, you're just going to go slower and slower. So just get yourself together and you'll be fine. But as we can see now, Energy Dan has disappeared off at the front like a stabbed rat. He's already cleared DRS of Alex Haug, but Alex Haug is a quick driver, so I'm sure he'll be looking to close that down and get back within that DRS. As his teammate, Preb, looks like he might be lining up a move on Bossy here. Oh, got a little bit over eager on the accelerator there. But I think this will probably be a done deal. Yep. As Prep gets the move done on Bossy Gaming. So Bossy Gaming is going backwards a little bit here. He just needs to, like I said, he just needs to keep his head, and he can get those positions back. So we haven't got any real big movers and shakers. The biggest loss at the moment is Bossy Gaming, down 3 places. But like I said, don't let it get to you. Just keep focused and try and climb those positions back. We've got Mobsy Boy at 1 place and Salguero down 1. Doran looking to make a move at the back here. Needs to get a wiggle on. Boom, boom. Sorry, I know Wiggles isn't here today, but it is my tagline, so apologies. So is Doran having a problem with Hungary? Because he's a quick driver and definitely shouldn't be back here in 8th. So we'll just stay on board and see whether he can get a move done here. He's within DRS, so if he can get a nice exit out of this last corner, which it looks like he does, and he's got plenty of battery, we might see a little move here. Could be a double move from Doran. Is he going to do it? No. Doesn't need to. Just clean it up on this corner and then get the DRS and see if he can move forward. Doran really will be anxious to get the move done here and move further on up the track. As we've got pretty much everyone now on medium tyres. Even John Mobes is on medium tyres. He's normally likes to start on the hards and try and take it long, but no, he's following everyone else today. We've only got 1 on the hards, and he's now over 8 seconds off the lead. So we've got Alex Haug now all over the back of Energy Dan. And let's see if he can get a really good exit out of this corner. And it looks like Energy Dan is deploying ERS, goes defensive. But Alex Haug is going to send it up the inside. And can Energy Dan fight it back? Oh, and it looks like Alex Haug has had a little swapper there. And Energy Dan survives another lap. So this is quite a tasty little battle on track at the moment. So this is the closest battle. We'll stick with this. As Bossy Gaming has dropped now to 6th place and EKG is up to 5th. It's so frustrating when that happens, and I guess I would say it's probably overdriving. He's just very frustrated that he's going backwards. It is just about trying not to let it affect you and just keep moving forward, mate. But just keep going. So we've got Alex Haug now 0.8 behind Energy Dan. I wonder if he's going to line him up for a move. Let's have a look what battery. So Energy Dan's battery management is absolutely spot on. 91%. He's charged it up, ready for that defense down the main straight. So I would say it's going to be unlikely that Alex Haug is going to have a chance here, because Energy Dan will be pumping that ERS button now to get away. And you can see just what a difference it makes. I mean, he was within DRS, but because Energy Dan saved all that battery, it's just he can defend. So battery management on Hungary is extremely important. And make sure that you charge that battery up through the slow sections where it's hard for people to overtake, so you're ready to deploy on the main straight. So that's great battery management there by Energy Dan. But Alex Haug is relentless and he will not give up. So let's just have a look what else is going on. We've got Doran now up into 6th, looking to get on with it. Let's see if he can close down EKG. He's going to be, he's going to be within DRS if he can keep this going. And we'll just stay on board just until we get to the start finish. Try and give everyone a little bit of airtime. I'll keep my eye on all the intervals just to see whether there isn't any imminent moves. Oh, and Doran's dropped it. Come on, mate. You can do better than that. As we've got readouts on the back of Salguero. And Brass Monkeys, I think, might be his dad. I'm not sure about that, but I think it might be. So, readouts all over the back of Salguero. Needs to get... I know I keep saying it, but it's so important to get a good exit here if you want to get an overtake done. His battery's a little bit low, so it's not going to happen on this lap. And Salguero is low on battery as well. So these two are going to duke it out now for who's going to be last of the late breakers, because they're not going to do it on ERS. As Salguero manages to defend. And we've got Night Creed is now all over the back of Doran, because Doran's had a little tank slapper. So Doran just needs a lap just to get himself together, and I'm sure he'll be down the road. But Night Creed at the moment is sniffing the gearbox of Doran, looking for another place. As readouts now, closest battle on track is all over the back of Salguero. Just 5/10 now. So no place for overtaking here, although I have done an overtake on that corner. But it's a bit Dan Dare on the brakes, and you've got to have a very compliant partner, shall we say, to get past. So we've got readouts looking like he's got reasonable batteries. So Salguero's about the same. DRS open. Is he going to send it up the inside? I think he's got to do it, as he does. And let's just have a look and see whether he got the move done. And that looks to be clean. And is Salguero going to fight it back? Very easy here to try fighting it back, getting the dirty air of the car in front, and then just wash out on that corner. So done well to keep himself in play. But Brass Monkeys now trying to get a look in on this little battle. And just have a little look. John Mobes is looking like he's giving Alex Haug all sorts of problems. And one thing I've always noticed about old Mobesy boy is his battery management is tip top. So Alex Haug really wants to make sure that he's super tidy on this last sequence of corners, because if not, Mobesy's going to pounce on him. But we'll stay on board and let's see if he can get the move done. Look at that beautiful last corner, good exit, DRS open, burn the ERS. Alex will be burning the ERS as well, but Mobesy's got the momentum, so he's going to take him up the inside. Is it going to be job done? And it looks like maybe Mobesy can get it. Very difficult place to be on the outside there, but the switchback's on if he can get it clean. So Alex Haug survives another lap, but while they're squabbling, EKG has now joined this party, and he looks very racy, to be honest. So let's see what can happen here. But as I said earlier, John Mobes' battery management, look, you've got 83% harvesting, and Alex Haug 43. So Alex Haug is on the offensive, trying to get away, and Mobesy boy is just looking after that ERS, but staying on the back. That's good. It's good sim racing, that. We'll stay on board here and see if we've got the overtake. EKG getting in on the game as well, but John looks tidy. Good exit. Might be better here to stay behind and take him on the second DRS zone, but no, he's going for it. And let's see whether we got the move done. Nice respectful race in there. Good bit of room left, but it looks like Mobes can get the move done. It's a wide. He's gone wide, but he will have track. He'll have definitely. Was Alex Haug is fighting for that position. He's not giving that up easy. This is a cracking battle on screen here. But Mobes again trying to get the DRS up, the ERS up. Sorry. I think Alex Haug's feeling the pressure here, because I think Mobes is in a better place with his tyres at the moment. I don't have any tyre data on screen, but Mobes does look a little bit happier, as Alex Haug has burned his battery down to 19%, and Mobes is on 56. So this is going to be difficult for Alex Haug to defend. He's obviously tried to get, and he's pitting. So that's that problem sorted out, as John Mobes will obviously overtake Alex as he's come in the pits, and he'll be going on to the hard tyre, as Energy Dan has scampered off at the front, 9.3 seconds ahead of number 2 place, John Mobes, at the moment. And Doran's now crept up into third, is all over the back of Mr. Mobes. I've missed that. Apologies, Doran. Let's be honest, son. You needed to get a move on. Terrible first part of the race for you. But you've got to make it up now, because we believe. I believe. I actually quite like these two, so I'm going to stay reasonably impartial, because I've got a soft spot for both these boys. As Doran looks, I've got to say, he looks quite planted at the moment. Doesn't look to be having any serious problems, but these boys have been wanting to get off these mediums, because let's be honest, they're a rubbish tyre, and at this point in the race, they're just horrid. Absolutely horrid tyres. As Mobes is in, and Doran will take the number 2 spot. I think we're going to see some pitters this lap. Energy Dan's extending. He doesn't want to extend too much, though. I mean, actually, I'm talking rubbish. With a 10-second lead, he can extend all he likes. Yeah, so I'll take that back. I think probably, yeah, go as far as you physically can, and then you'll have tyre delta on the rest of them on the hards. So Energy Dan pulling a flyer. Don't listen to me. Like I said earlier, I know nothing. So we've got Night Creed has found his way up into third on those hards. But obviously he's yet to pit. I wonder how long he can take those for. What does he need to do? 25, 23. He's not likely to do 23 on those. So I think this is probably going to be a two-stopper. I certainly would two-stop this. But then my tyre management is terrible. So what have we got? We've got, at the moment, Preb is... let's have a look. Off the leader, 21 seconds. So Energy Dan really needs to be thinking about pitting soon. Otherwise, he's going to have problems with Preb. I don't know what the pit time is, but it's normally somewhere between the 22-second mark. But Preb looking like he would be a net number one if Energy Dan pits now, as he does. Energy Dan's in the pits. So let's see if there is any logic to the way I'm thinking. As Preb's coming around the last corner and Energy Dan is out the pits. This is going to be close, but Energy Dan retains what will be a net first position. Preb, though, not far behind, and Bossy Gaming back up into fifth. We've got Alex Haug on much fresher rubber on the back of Bossy Gaming. So this will be, this looks like this will be a done deal on the straights, as those, excuse me, those fresher tyres will undoubtedly give him more exit speed off the last corner, and with a bit of ERS and DRS should get the move done. And Alex Haug is all over the back of Bossy Gaming here. I think this is going to be a done deal, but let's have a look. As EKG is coming up on the rear end, so to speak. Sorry guys, I was a little bit distracted there. So yes, Alex Haug and EKG got past Bossy Gaming there, double whammy. So that's those older versus the newer rubber. So we've got Preb up the road, a significant amount up the road. So looks like Preb and Energy Dan are absolutely storming away here, but we've got Doran extending quite heavily on those mediums to give himself some delta at the end of the race. Doran doing a fantastic job of extending out those mediums, but I think we should see him in this lap, as he indeed does come in. So Night Creed does take the lead, but not for long, because Energy Dan and Preb are going to be... Oh, Energy Dan's... Oh, that was... I missed that. Sorry, boys. Already done the move. So we've now got the race leader back, I think, pit adjusted. The only person that's out of position now is Night Creed, because he hasn't yet pitted. If he can get those to lap 23... 22 maybe, then he can do a one stop. Personally, I'm not sure. When I raced this track, I two stopped and I found it quick, or quick for me anyway. So I'm not going to do any mathematics because maths and me do not get on, but this certainly looks good for the championship for Energy Dan. As I just have a quick glance at the standings and see where this would leave him. Well, he desperately needs the points, let's be honest. He's way down, so sorry about that. I thought he was up at the front, but no, he's way down. How have you ended up down in down that low? Driving this way, you should be leading the championship, son. So what have we got? Preb, number 2, Energy Dan 1. We've got Nightcreed, like I said, out of position at the moment, but Alex Haug, some ways back in 4th, but he's being hassled by EKG, who's looking racy today, I have to say. I don't recognise the name other than this year, so I presume he's a new player to SFR this year. A great addition to the team. Looks solid. Good driver, so that's what we like to see. But he's stalking the back of Alex Haug here, who is going to need to get the move done on Nightcreed, which shouldn't be a problem on those old tyres. In fact, Nightcreed's in the pits. And EKG will be looking to pull a move here. Let's see if he's not got a great amount of battery, so might be a better idea to tuck in behind here and go for the second DRS. But in order to make that work, you've got to get a really good exit here, which he does do. He does get a good exit, but it looks like Alex Haug has got the battery just to keep ahead. So what else have we got on track at the moment then? We have, this is the closest battle on track, as we have Nightcreed in the pits, has returned to the track in 9th. And we've got some penalties, let's have a little look. We've got Bossy Gaming 6 second, Brass Monkeys has got a 3 second, and Wakey Joe's got a 3 second. So that's not good for those boys. This is definitely looks to be the closest battle on track, with Mobes now joining the party on lap 5 old tyres. About all the same, so John, EKG and Alex Haug all on similar tyres, so they'll be, as EKG's looking to line up a move here. DRS open, he's not got a lot of battery. Is he going to be able to make the move? Let's see if he can get it done. And it's tight, but good respectful racing there, and I think Alex Haug, Preb, sorry, is going to fight this one. No, Alex Haug, sorry, is going to fight this, but I think if he can hold on, he'll get track position on this corner, and that's move done. So that's a great move by EKG. So, like I said earlier, Alex Haug has just got to regroup now, get that battery charged up and get ready to have another go, because right behind him is Mobesy Boy with his A-star battery management. So Alex Haug on 32, Mobesy on 70, and harvesting all the way through this sector 2. So this will be interesting to see if Mobes is going to be in a position to have a crack. Alex Haug's battery is better and EKG about the same. So let's see if Alex Haug's going to try and get a move here. It's a big ask because he's now dropped to 8 tenths behind EKG, as he does not look to have enough, but he'll go wide, he'll tuck in here, get a good exit, get ERS, DRS going, and see whether he can take him on the inside. Thought better of it there. That would have been a lunge and probably ended up in the steward's room. So we've got John just stalking these two like a lion in the undergrowth. But look who's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Here's my man. He's got a good shot here, but potential fourth if he can make light work of these guys. I've got to say, EKG looks very racy up there at the front of this pack. So Doran's definitely got to do something special to get past. But I've no doubt he can do it. Go Doran, go Doran. Let's have a look. So Mobes' battery management, fantastic as always, but he's a little bit too far behind to pull the move. As you can see, all four of them all nicely packed together as Alex Haug is very close on the back of EKG there. I wonder if there was a bit of contact. Hopefully not. But Alex Haug is regrouped, got his composure together. A little bit of harvest in here, get his battery management going. He's not going to overtake in this section, so let's harvest all the way through this sector. Because you've got Mr. Mobley and Doran. Now, this is a very close battle. All four vying for what would essentially be a podium. So we've got lots of motivation here for these boys to press the go fast pedal. The problem is if EKG has got good battery management and can keep position out front, this will essentially just become a DRS train, which is quite typical here at Hungary, to be honest. And EKG's battery management is good. He's definitely doing what he needs to do, as he's just started to deploy on the main straight. But Alex Haug's taking him on the outside. Can he keep hold? Nice respectful race in there, as I think Alex Haug has got a swapper on and John has got past. And Doran's had a look as well. So Alex Haug dropped 2 places there. He'll be furious with that mistake, as these OWR boys are very precise racers. That'll upset him a lot. But Doran now up into 5th, and Mobes has wiled his way up into 4th. And he's going to be stalking EKG now, but Doran's going to be stalking Mobes, and Alex Haug's going to want to get those positions back. So this is hotting up in the last part of this race. I've just noticed we've got Night Creed. Sorry to go away from that battle, I'll keep an eye on it. We've got Night Creed all over the back of Salguero on 4-lap old medium, so he's definitely going to stop again. So he's really got to get this move done to make this strategy work if he wants some points. He's really... Oh, and he's gone wide. That's not going to do you any good. But I'll just stick with it, just to give these boys a bit of airtime. As Night Creed looks like it could be deal done on this start-finish straight. Battery's a bit low, and Salguero's battery is significantly higher, but I think he got a better exit with those newer mediums. So this should be job done, as he does take him on the inside. So let's return back to this battle, as it's still... Oh, sorry. Doran and Mobes have got past EKG. I wonder what happened there. I wonder if that was an incident. Sorry, boys. I do like to try and give everyone a bit of airtime, and I missed that. So I'll get told off by the admins later for that one. So Doran now really starting to sniff a podium. He's got tyre delta on John Mobes as well. He's got 3-lap new tyres, 3-lap younger tyres, should I say. As Energy Dan has completely checked out in number 1. But Doran is lining up a move on Mr. Mobes here. Can he get the move done? Mobes will be burning that ERS. His great battery management on full effect here, and how easy it is to defend on the straight if you have good battery management. And nobody has better battery management than this man. Look, 54% after defending down the straight. That's how you do it, boys and girls. So Doran's just got to keep his head together here. I think he does seem to have enough pace today for a podium. So Preb has pitted on to what will now be his final set of tyres. He is... Oh, where are we? He's 26 seconds off the lead, so unless Energy Dan has a problem, he is going to struggle to challenge for the win today, but he's definitely looking at a number 2 spot if he keeps going the way he is. But we've got EKG now, just coming back at these boys a little bit. Would be furious that he lost those places. But Doran's got a fantastic exit there, and a bit of DRS to boot. So pulling away a little bit, we've got John Mobes is in the pits, and we've got Alex Haug in the pits. So we have got a bit of a topsy-turvy grid at the moment because we haven't got everyone on pit correction. But it looks like Energy Dan will be out front unless he makes a mistake with Preb number 2. And depending on how far Doran can go, I don't think he can get another 10 laps out of those. I think he was looking for a 1-stop. But we'll wait and see on that one. If he can 1-stop, looks like he might be on for a result here. As he's up 7 places, so he's done a cracking job to get where he is. So we haven't really... Oh, John Mobes on Bossy Gaming. This is a move that John really needs to get done because Bossy Gaming's on really knackered, old, hard tyres and is holding John up here. If John wants this podium, he's really got to get it done. As he does, he's going to go for it. And a little squeeze of the brakes. No, he couldn't get it done there. Honestly, I can't tell you how much this is ruining John's race. He has to get past Bossy Gaming. He can't do another lap behind him otherwise. And there we go. Happy days. So John, a little bit lucky there to get Bossy Gaming out of the way. So we're getting more of a normalised grid again as John Mobes up to 5th. Alex Haug all over the back of John, but just a little bit late braking there. Let's see what we can see. Alex Haug 3/10 behind Mobesy boy. So I think EKG is going to be looking to pit. If he wants to do something with those hards on the last stint, I'd probably recommend coming in within the next 2 laps. If he extends to... He could go on to mediums now if he's got a set. I don't like the medium tyres. I'd go on to hard and just rag the hell out of them till the end. But that's me. Like I said, zero knowledge. So we haven't really got any close battles on track. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. So we'll just stick with this for the moment. But Alex Haug, not really on much older tyres, but that 1 lap of fresh rubber John's going to have to use because Alex is going to be all over the back of him if he doesn't. But John, with his absolutely awesome battery management, giving that ERS a squirt, has managed to hold off Alex Haug, and John is quite good under pressure. Commentator's curse, he'll probably crash now. Please don't. But Alex Haug is relentless. These OWR boys really are quality drivers. It's all just about hooking it up now. You just got to hook all those apexes up. It's very, very easy to say. It's extremely hard to do. As Readouts gets a 3-second penalty. So we've got quite a lot of penalties now. Wakey Joe 3 seconds, Salguero 3, Bossy Gaming 9 now, Brass Monkeys 3, Readouts 3, Mobesy's on 10-second penalty. I missed that. Energy Dan on 3 seconds, so that could definitely bring Preb into play, unless Doran is going for a one-stop, which it looks like he might be. So Doran might have engineered his way onto the podium here. As EKG's tyres are going to be absolutely fed up and screaming at him. I don't think he can do another 7 laps on those tyres. I think EKG is really seriously dropped off the back of Doran now. I think he's going to be looking to get rid of these tyres and maybe do a soft stint. If he holds out for another lap, he might be able to put onto a set of softs and have a blast and a squirt to the end. But Preb looking very tasty back there in 4th. So if Doran is going to go to the end then Preb's got to do some work. He's got to make up some time if he's going to snatch that 2nd position, as Doran does need the points, as I believe he's missed a race already this season, and he's currently 6th in the championship. So this would put him right amongst it if he can get a podium here. And is EKG coming in? No, he's going to try and extend, but those hard tyres are done. They are screaming, change me. Doran looking steady out there. 13 laps, so 6 laps would take him to 19 laps, and EKG's done 17. So I think Doran is going for the one stop here. And has he pulled a blinder? We've got 6 laps to find out, as Energy Dan is way out front. He's put a spectacular race in today, and we haven't spent a lot of time with him. As often the case with commentary, when the leaders are so far ahead, they tend to focus on the battles. But just to show a bit of respect to Energy Dan, we'll just stay on board now for a lap and witness his wonderful driving as he's hooking up those apexes beautifully. As he comes into the last few corners of Sector 3. Definitely looks comfortable on those tyres. So Energy Dan will be going for a one stop as well. Very comfortable out front. And Doran is maintaining his lead over EKG, but has lost time to Preb. So Preb's got to get a move on if he wants to get on that podium. He's closing down EKG with significantly younger tyres, as Wakey Joe's slapped on the softs to see what he can do, but 42 seconds behind the lead. That's going to be tough to get anything today, but you never know. Safety car and all that. Not traditionally a safety car track, this, as it's not really prone to a lot of accidents. There's not really any overtaking. That's pretty much why. But Preb is breathing down the neck of EKG here, as Mobes, I think, has probably settled for 5th, which isn't bad. That will keep some points in the tally. Alex Haug trying to close down Mr. Mobes, but 1 lap older tyres, that'll be tough. So let's ride on board with Preb and see if he can get the move done, as Bossy Gaming has retired, and so is Smooth Operator. I think Bossy Gaming just knew there that with the penalties he had, that he was going to be in last place. I don't like to see people DNF rather than finish the race. I think you should finish the race. It's good experience. As EKG is in the pits and no doubt going to put on, as he takes a little excursion there, a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of rallycross. Let's see if he puts the softs on. I'm almost certain that this is going to be a splash and dash and see what he can do, as he is going for the softs. So let's see. Doran looking really comfortable out front. 4 laps to go. Has he pulled a blinder? He's only 8.7 adrift of Energy Dan, who has a 3-second penalty. So, and Doran's got 2 lap fresher tyres. So has Doran absolutely pulled a blinder here? He's got 4 laps to make up 5 seconds. Can he do it? We believe in you. Hashtag biased commentary. Apologies. Preb is looking like he's not making significant inroads on Doran. He's not. Not really. I mean, he wants, it's a second a lap. If he wants to get second, he's got a lot of work to do. You got Night Creed is actually over on the back of readouts. So give these boys a little bit of airtime. I really feel for Bossy Gaming. Fantastic pole, difficult conditions, but just a little bit of racecraft, race pace issue. Don't worry, brother. I'm with you. I've struggled immensely learning this game and trying to find some competitiveness, so I totally sympathise with you, but just keep pushing. So we'll just stick on board here and see if Night Creek can get the move done. He's a bit low on ERS, DRS open, as Wakey Joe picks up a 3-second time penalty. 41 seconds off the lead. Don't think it's going to make a great deal of difference, as Night Creed is unable to get the move done there. EKG back out on the softs. Mountain to climb there, so unfortunately for me, my humble opinion, I think EKG left that a little bit late to do anything with. I think maybe he was trying the one stop, but you really do have to go to lap 14, 15 on the mediums in order to make a one stop work here. So valiant effort, but unfortunately you're probably giving yourself up a podium there, but never mind. Still raced a good race. You were competitive and gave Alex Haug and the other boys up ahead a good stern run for their money. As John Mobes now up into 4th, that's because of EKG. So Mobes has pulled a bit of a blinder here as EKG goes fastest lap, as you would expect with the brand new rubber on. So Preb now 4.5. So again, he was 4.8 when I last commentated. 4.5 now. I don't see him making up 4 seconds in 2 laps. So Doran has absolutely raced his socks off, and as I say that, he goes off track. I can't believe that. That's all my fault. That's commentator's curse. I'm ever so sorry, Doran. I feel terrible now. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop talking about Doran. So Preb is now on the back of Doran. And he's got a sniff now at that number 2 place. And it would put him ahead of Doran in the championship if he could get this move done. He is on significantly younger tyres. But Doran's only got 1 lap to defend. Has he got the battery? He hasn't got the battery to do it. So Preb is going to take that lead. And Doran will be kicking himself. If I was with him, I'd be kicking him. Oh, as Preb gets a little bit of oversteer there, but Doran's going to really struggle to make up that time. Fortunately for Doran, I think a podium is safe because Mosey Boy is 11 seconds down the road. No other battles. I think we'll stay on board with Energy Dan. Actually, no, we'll do Energy Dan on the last lap. We'll just keep this going. I don't think Doran has got anywhere to go here. That was a guaranteed second place for Mr. D. But we all make mistakes, let's be honest. If you've seen some of my races, you'd understand. as Preb comes round the last sequence, and we'll just ride on board now with the race leader. And let's be honest, he has been in a class of his own today. Energy Dan, I don't know if he thought that was the last lap. He's just done a victory wiggle. Sorry to get that in again. That would have been embarrassing if he'd have stacked it. But Energy Dan really has been in a league of his own today. So I definitely think he should go up to Div 2. Doran is coming back at Preb here. I wonder if Preb had a little problem, because Doran's closed him down. I did promise we'd stay with Energy Dan, but I'm keeping a close eye on Doran there just to see whether he is going to get the move done. I don't think he will. EKG is on the back of Alex Haug. Oh, we'll just have a quick look at that just to see whether he's got any time to do it. Can he do anything with it? Tough in this sector, but he's got that little straight that he could do something with. He's got so much fresher rubber. He really wants to be on the gearbox here. If he wants that 5th position, he needs to be literally right on the gearbox now. If he wants to take him in this corner, no, I don't think that's going to happen. As Energy Dan crosses the line, and we've got Preb in 2nd, Doran in 3rd, and a good fair bit behind we've got Mr. DFS, Mobesy boy. Alex Haug in 5th. Oh, EKG's dropped it. He's dropped it. I think that might have been intentional there, but I see a lot of people do that, start-finish line, do little spins and things. I'm a bit more authentic. I like to finish it pointing in the right direction, but there we go. That's just me. As now a long way behind, we've got readouts. Yeah, I don't think that's particularly clever of EKG there. I don't know what happened, whether that was his intentional or whatever, but yeah, certainly hope to not see that in the first race of the season. And that is your Hungary GP. So we'll get some standings and I'll just go through it with you, and that'll be it for the day. So we have Energy Dan has got the race winner. Fastest lap is EKG. Doran with driver of the day. Readouts, most overtakes, and Doran with the cleanest driver. So let's have a look. We've got Energy Dan number 1, Preb number 2, Doran 3, Alex Haug and EKG 4 and 5, John Mobe 6, Readouts, Salguero, Night Creed and Brass Monkeys 7, 8, 9 and 10, Wakey Joe 11, Bossy Game in 12, Dean and Smooth Operator in 13th. So that is your Hungary GP. I hope I haven't bored you to tears. I've really enjoyed myself. Largely talking to myself for an hour has been quite fun. So yeah, that's goodbye from me, Hicks46. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
There you go. Hicks.